Hope you're ready for a new unscripted video, cause we're stealing. Whoa! Like I said last time with the Devil May Cry, I'm gonna steal again, and this is what we're stealing right now. Death Note, taking a good like just okay. With the art on the screen, it's the faces were really bad for a while, and I've always been bad at faces and people, so that's the point of this. So you can't make fun of it with how gross they are and a lot of mistakes, but obviously they get better after a while, okay? So that's just what's going on the screen right now. I'm stealing Death Note, the manga, stealing art from I went to Barnes and Nobles and I just picked up the first edition of the Black Edition, the volume 1. I don't know, it was like a weird edition. Maybe it was on sale or something. And I Death Note's well known for having good art and stuff. So good artist, good art. I steal equals me good art, maybe. So that's what this is. Stealing Death Note art, plagiarizing, copying, and taking it all. Trying to put structure to it. I found out some weird things about the way they did it. The artist. I don't know why I didn't look up the name. I really should have. It's kind of mean. I'll definitely put it on screen or something like that. Because they deserve it. They did the art. So, to whoever you are, sorry. But yeah, I'm stealing everything you've got and learning from it. So that's what this is all about. But at the end of this, actually, you're gonna see me go on to people, and that'll be kind of the second part. This is another like 2-part thing, probably just 2 parts. I'm gonna be stealing the faces first, and then it's people, and then after people, I already finished faces and people. And the third part that I've been starting, I think today, probably I'm gonna start today. It's a little outside of the recording booth. I'm starting the third part today. So I guess you'll see how long that takes. But yeah, anyway, the third part will be like backgrounds and stuff. So I've already done people and faces, and so there'll be a couple of people at the end of this one, and then you'll get the rest of the people in the next video, and then you'll get a couple places too. Yeah, anyway, so that's what's going on here. Stealing, trying to get good. There's a lot of different faces. I try to just get pretty dead on, like not turned at all. Sometimes I got more turned ones later on. I try to get very just flat faces at the start, just trying to learn how a face looks when it's pointed right at the camera. Try to do structure stuff that I learned from Cynics and other guys. Dang, I hate the hair of these characters. They're very crazy hair. But whatever, have to learn that too someday. I was thinking about actually looking at some hair tutorials and stuff, because I realized I was like, man, I don't know nothing about hair. That's like also, so that's on the list too now. So yeah, I try to get a lot of dead on faces, and then later on they'll start getting a little bit more turned and angled, and then you'll see with the people too at towards the end. It's pretty much the same. Like, it's like I try to get full bodies most of the time, kind of just simple straight on full bodies, and then after a while it starts getting changed a bit to like crazier positions and poses. I think this was testing out brushes. Oh, that was a Minecraft tree. That's what that was. I kind of remember that. Don't know why I did a Minecraft tree, but get bored, have fun sometimes with art. Sometimes fun. See, that's what's going on here. And I guess for topics, as you're seeing the art rush by, it's getting faster and faster, and sometimes it really sucks, but it gets faster and faster. I guess one last thing with it, sometimes the faces are really small in the picture. Like sometimes it would take up the whole page and they have a lot of detail, and then sometimes the face would be a really small face in the background, but I still really liked it. So like I draw them all about the same size, so sometimes there's like no detail, but it just kind of helped me speed up and like also figure out how I would put faces that are far away if I was gonna do something that required that, maybe like a comic of my own. Maybe another time. Anyway, But the only topics I really have, oh, sorry about the flashing as usual. The only topics I really have is recently, other than doing this, I've been playing through Kingdom Hearts. That might also be about in the title. Maybe something stupid like, what's the similarities between Kingdom Hearts and Death Note? There's nothing. I don't know, some stupid title. Always think of something dumb. But that's what I've been doing recently. I've been playing through the game with my girlfriend. I've been trying to show her the magical realm of Kingdom Hearts. Because I grew up with it, she grew up with it like a little bit, but that was like my childhood. Played it all the time, or I watched my brother played it a lot. I played the second, the third, Dream Drop, 358, and like maybe another one, 2.8, if that counts. But those are the ones I played. Played them a bit, beat them like pretty much as you could, fought secret bosses and stuff, and killed as many things as I could. So I was like, okay, let's go back to the start and play them in order. So I just beat Kingdom Hearts 1 very recently, and it sucked. I hate it. It's insane, you know. Old games, I always hate old games. The older a game is, the less refined and wild west with controls and how things work in video games. That's how it just was back in the day. And man, it was just frustrating sometimes with Kingdom Hearts 1. It was just, I don't know why everything was so crazy. It was just crazy. I know it's kind of like baby gamer to be like, there was no map, but like you kind of need a map for Kingdom Hearts. It's not even nothing like crazy. You don't really see anything fancy on the maps, but it just kind of, I don't know, helps with like what anything is in the room. Everything was always confusing. Sometimes it was just like walk around, like there was nothing. The game didn't tell me anything to do on what to like, I don't know what to do at all. I would like enter some Disney World, I'd walk around, and that'd be it. I'd have to go figure out something, which is like fine. I eventually figured out it and I beat the game, but it was definitely frustrating sometimes. And then some parts were just like, I don't know. The Trinity stuff sucked. The fact that, I don't know, Trinities, they aren't necessary, but obviously you want to do them. So like you bring your party members, Donald and Goofy, along, and then sometimes they'd be like, oh no, you need to go bring the person of this world. Only they can like push a lamp over. Sora can't do that. So you have to go back and get rid of Donald or Goofy and get like Ariel or something so that they can go push a rock. And it's just like stupid. And how is he ever supposed to think about that? And definitely if I didn't like just get frustrated in under like 15 minutes and ask for like a guide for my girlfriend, I definitely wouldn't have figured it out for a while, because how would I have thought of a lobster going to push a little button when I definitely could have? Small boy, Sora was a tiny child. I don't know how that's gonna sound on the recording, but I hope you feel the anger that I had. But yeah, I beat it, and even the final boss, insane. It was crazy, bro. I don't even know, like, can't really imagine how you're supposed to do that, like on critical mode. I imagine the best thing to do would just go level up to 99 and then go fight it, and it'd probably be really easy. But at that point, it doesn't even sound challenging. But that was like totally insane. That was like freaking crazy. I don't know how anybody did that back in the day, especially with like you couldn't skip cutscenes, and I don't think there was as much stuff to help you. I guess there maybe was, but I don't know. That game was crazy. Very weird. Frustrating with buttons sometimes. Sorry for squeaky chair, probably heard it. Probably also hear my computer and fan blowing up because, you know, it's still hot. But dang, that was quite the game. So I beat it on proud mode. because I've never beaten it before, so that was the hardest difficulty I had. And I'm very glad I didn't pick critical or anything, because I don't think I would have been able to. Like, this game was freaking hard. But kind of taking a break on it. But also my girlfriend like wants to see all the weird secret bosses, because I told her about that, like most Kingdom Hearts games have like secret bosses at the end of them. So she was like, oh, I want to see them. So now I'm kind of taking a break from it, but I'm gonna go back and like level up, hit Ultima, synthesize everything, get most of the chests, get all the weird little secrets, go kill the secret bosses. But I'll do that a bit slower. Like, I'll just do that in whatever time I want to. And then after that, I'm gonna go to Chain of Memories, which I know like practically nothing about. I know it's a card game, and you can play as Sora and Riku. I think that's still a thing. It's like it's got 2 stories kind of. And that's about it. I know that the main bad guy of the game is the Mr. Flower Rose dude. And yeah, that's about all I know about that game. I knew a bit more about Kingdom Hearts 1. I'd seen other people play it and kind of remembered a bit of it as a child. I did not remember the ending being that crazy. It's just an infinite amount of battles that all sucked. Somehow, by spamming arrow, I survived. That too kind of sucks, kind of boring. I could kind of get what people, if someone was like, oh, but it's like the same thing in Kingdom Hearts 2 where you just kind of spam reflect. But like, I don't, even that sometimes like it doesn't kill everything, especially in like the hard boss fights. But in KH1, it was just like arrow just protected you from like everything except for like, I don't know, just slamming your head into something long enough, you'd have to like heal. But other than that, arrow was just like it was a necessary thing 24/7. I kind of found that annoying. Kind of think it was stupid, but it's an old game design. It's fine enough. I can see where people had like liked it and like how it got to such a cult classic kind of thing, such a big fan base. But it was pretty cool. I think it was probably pretty interesting and fun at the time, new and weird. And probably all the little children that played it cried at the end when their buddy Riku died and stuff. Hey, look, it's L. Did they ever call his real name? I don't know if they ever said his real name. I think my girlfriend said they did. Never, I don't know it, but there he is. I feel like he's the one kind of recognizable character, other than maybe Light. But Light kind of looks boring and really like nothing. L is like emo and crazy, weird. But he's not really emo, he just has big spiky hair and dark eyes. Yeah, I think we're getting close to the end of the people ones. I don't think they were gonna last this long, but I guess they did. So we'll be coming close to the end of the faces pretty soon. I know when I get to the L ones, those are like near the very end. Yeah, they're like, these are really close to the end, so we're getting pretty close to finishing off faces. I did 50 faces and 50 body people. Much more proud of the people, but the faces did help. Definitely helped me kind of get an idea. I feel like at this point, this is finally when I was like, oh, I kind of get it. That's why these ones are going by quite a bit faster, except for his stupid hair. That made it slow down a lot. But the faces, I was kind of getting a hang of them. I don't really remember all the rules that I had like made up. There's like a bunch of weird rules, and I was like, if a face is turned, the eyes don't turn, but like they keep on the straight line, but they kind of curve. But the nose and the mouth curve a lot more, and like sometimes the spacing was weird. Sometimes like the line of the mouth, I usually used like the middle line, not the line of the nose. I use that like middle line usually as like the tip of the nose, but it seems like a lot of the time this artist would use that as like the bottom little connection part. I don't know what that part's called. The part that like connects to your lip weird area. That's like the bottom line of the nose a lot of the time. Sometimes it would be the tip, but it really depend on the angle, I guess. I'm guessing that the person looked at people, so maybe that's how it works with people, but I haven't looked at too many people faces and done this. That's also kind of what this whole thing was, a practice in a simpler style. not that simple, but you know, like a very comic booky manga-y style. So I can maybe I'll do something like this, maybe. So that's what all this is about. I feel like maybe this is the last one, the last face. Takes a little break, goes back to some faces, gives you a seizure. I don't know how to say it. Sorry, I've got problems. And now we're on to people, and they're gonna be a struggle for a little while. For people, I use the Lumos method, kinda. I have the book of figure drawing. I think I talked about that a while ago too. And I went a little bit deeper into the book, not that much deeper, just a little. Kind of, I used some how he draws people figures, I guess. I tried to use that as a basis for a lot of these. I feel like it did help. I think for the first 10, I looked at it like a little bit, and then after those 10, I looked at it, the book a bit more, went a couple steps further into the book, and I kind of helped a bit more. So for the first few, they're a bit janky and weird, but I think it really did help. Later on, it starts getting much faster, but it does kind of depend on the posing and how much of the body shows. And like I said before, most of them they were full bodies. A lot of these are going to be light for a while. Those are most of the full bodies in the first volume of the Black Edition. It was like the first couple chapters of the series, and a lot of them were just kind of light. So that's just going to be him for a while. But in general, the bodies took a bit longer than the faces. I don't remember how long in like total time wise, but these definitely took a little bit longer than the faces. I would maybe say like twice as much time, but I don't think it was necessarily that long, as maybe like 1.5 time. Oh yeah, all this is like sped up like something like almost 20 times, I think. It was like 2000%. I don't know how to do math. It's been a while since I've been in school. Oh yeah, these are all comic pages, so sometimes the parts get cut off. That's what like the lines are. I just kind of cut them off where the comic page ended. So that's what that is. Yeah, these will be a bunch of people. Mostly full bodies. After a while, they'll start getting like more turned and crazier and different perspective. I feel like this really did help me a lot with kind of understanding how bodies worked. Later on, I feel like I got a bit more how to put like the skeleton underneath. Made me pretty happy with that. I don't know if any real artist is watching and they can like comment and say, nah, you obviously still don't know anything about what's underneath, and I'll say, okay, thanks for commenting. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We're coming to a close to the end now. Had many rants about Kingdom Hearts. Pretty excited to start Chain of Memories. I had the weird game that's called like Where We Are Now or whatever. I don't know what the box is called. It's not like 2.8 or whatever anymore. It was like the full edition that had like all the games, and it's called like the complete story or something weird. I don't remember. So I had that, and I've been playing the disc in there. Yeah, that's what I've been playing. It was the most recent-ish versions, I guess. I don't know if they're gonna change them for like the 7th time. But yeah, that's what I've been playing on. So that's what I play, like Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix, re-release, final mix, you know, Ultimate Edition. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Gotta play Chain of Memories, and I think that is a different one, because I thought originally the game was called Chain of Memories, so I think that's what the Re's about. This is like the final mix 1.5 edition version. Yeah, even that was a bit confusing because it says 1.5, and then when I like clicked on it somewhere, I swear it said final mix version. So I was like, is this the final mix or 1.5? Because I thought final mix was before 1.5, but now I'm just more confused about it. So yeah, you know, whatever. And the bodies here are gonna come to an end pretty soon. I don't know how many bodies this was. This is maybe like 20-ish, maybe a little bit like halfway, not halfway. I think we'll end around on the 20th person. So something like that, maybe 15th. So yeah. Thanks for watching part 1. Hope you enjoyed me stealing. I'm gonna be stealing other mangas soon, so you know, be excited for that. And then maybe I'll make my own. Ooh, spooky. I know, it's crazy, but I'll leave it at that. I'll let you just sit around and watch the last of this Procreate video without me. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please. Bye bye.